Jeffrey, what on earth is a prepayment? This is the number one question that owners have when they're reading their 1099. The definition of a prepayment is a payment made by the resident prior to when the rent charge was actually due, as in having the resident pay December 29th, 30th, or 31st prior to the rental charge due January 1st. From a tax perspective, the IRS looks at the date that the resident made the payment as the date that an owner must claim it for tax purposes. This is only found when a resident makes a rental payment in the month of December for a January rental charge. We're going to go through some examples of the year 2024, 2025, and 2026 using the rent amount of $3,000 for 2024. Let's assume that the resident made their rent payment on time, $3,000 on the first of every single month. This would result in a total of $36,000 in rent for the year with no prepayments. Let's look at 2025. Let's assume again that the rent is paid on the first of each of the month for the entire year. This also would end up being $36,000 for the entire year. However, the resident makes an additional payment of $3,000 on December 30th for the rental charges coming up on January 1st of 2026. This prepayment in 2025 would be $3,000. This $3,000 would show up in the prepayment section and therefore increase the taxable total to $39,000. Let's fast forward to 2026. Let's assume that the rent is paid on the first of the month for the entire year. This would equate to collecting $33,000 for the entire year, as the prepayment of $3,000 was already reported in 2025. And therefore, you would not be paying taxes on that in 2026. Look, bottom line is this is meant to be an oversimplified example. For any specific questions on your situation, your accountant would be the best source of advice.